Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welp and Web Snappers here, bringing you a new type of video. This time I'm going to be experimenting with artificial intelligence and having them build a display for me and see how they do. Now, this isn't the result of it, but I was inspired by some of the ideas that it gave me. And so the purpose of this video is to show how you could use AI in a creative way, how it can help inspire and kind of give you some ideas if you're not really sure where to start with a certain group. And it's just fun to mess around with, really, and see what this machine is coming up with based on its learning algorithm and stuff like that. So I thought this would be a fun video to just kind of experiment with. I'll probably do this type of thing again, but this is a long video, so kick back, relax, enjoy. Hopefully you find this informative, entertaining, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's just get into
the first prompt. We're going to start with, please describe a Marvel Legends display using the characters Iron Man, Wasp, Ares, Black Widow, Warbird, and Sentry. Please prioritize dynamic poses to match a comic book cover. Tell me how to place them with relation to one another. I have flight stands, so please utilize that as well. And as you can see, it has nice detailed descriptions for each character. Let's dive into each one. So for Sentry, position him as the focal point, floating slightly above the others using a flight stand. Have his arms stretched outward, one hand clenched in a fist and the other glowing with energy, if you have effect pieces. His cape should billow behind him like he's just landed or preparing for battle. Okay, so we can't do anything with the cape, but maybe we will do something with the effect. Let's see what I come up with. Given those descriptions, this is what I came up with. So obviously I can't do anything with the cape. He would look really stupid if this arm was facing forward, so we just left it to the side, and I kind of kept both of his feet straight because it said he's floating. So I tried to just do this and threw that glowing power effect just because that's what it recommended. But I do have this in case he needs to be taller, because this isn't really that high above the ground, so styrofoam just in case. So next up we have Ares, and it says directly below Sentry, standing in a wide stance with his axe raised. Angle him slightly forward so he looks like he's ready to charge. His placement should ground the scene, adding that raw warrior presence. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, so I got my AliExpress Ares directly below Sentry, as he should be, axe raised. It said slightly, angle him slightly forward. Angle him slightly forward. Maybe he's at like a, but he has a wide stance. Maybe like this, you know? Like he's like charging and leading the battle, maybe? Perhaps we'll go with this. Okay, all right. That works for me. Next, we will go to the tactical frontliners. Black Widow and Warbird. Okay, so for Black Widow, place her to the left of Ares in a crouching or diving pose. If you have extra accessories, dual wield her batons or pistols. Tilt her body to suggest she's mid-motion, maybe evading an attack or leaping into action. All right, so here's the Black Widow I'm going to be using, and it said you could do the batons or dual wielding pistols. I'm having her dual wield pistols because she was more of like a militaristic version of Black Widow in the Mighty Avengers series, and so therefore I'm going with double pistols. And it wants her in a crouching or diving pose. And then maybe evading an attack. Okay, so if the diving pose, we'll go and have her, you know, maybe like this. And it says to the left of Ares, which we're gonna just assume it's our left, right? I guess that works like that. To the left of Ares. Now, my initial thoughts are to have her like that. This might not be correct. So we'll go ahead and get a stand here. Okay. She's diving into action. That looks about right. I guess I can tweak it a little bit here. Okay. All right, let's see. Next is Warbird. Use a flight stand to have her flying slightly above and behind Black Widow. Angle her body forward like she's rocketing towards the enemy, one arm extended for a punch, blast, with the other hand trailing back for balance. Okay, so obviously I'm going to be using this figure. Okay. Thankfully I got my hands on two, so this is my second one. So obviously we'll have one hand forward, the other hand back for balance, I guess. And so she's going to be flying outwards like so. Maybe like that. Like she's about to... Okay. Okay, that looks good. Next up, we got the high-speed precision Iron Man and Wasp. Iron Man hovering diagonally across from Warbird on the opposite side of Sentry. Pose him mid-flight with repulsor blast firing from both hands. Tilt him slightly so his torso angles forward. It creates a sense of speed and intensity. Okay. So obviously we got the Extremis Iron Man, and we're gonna have him on this side of Sentry. But both hands repulsor blasting, so I'm gonna go and grab the other hand here. A torso. So his torso angles forward. Maybe like that. We'll try it. That's what I'm going with. So I'll go and put the hands on him. Okay, so we got Iron Man situated. We're moving him right over this way. The stands that you see in this video have been covered in another video. I'll go with that. Okay, now we need to do Wasp. Use a flight stand to place her darting around Sentry's shoulder level. Give her, I'm guessing right around here. Give her a dynamic pose. Yeah, that's kind of what I asked you to do. Now, and the other pulled back, ready to sting. Her positioning should suggest she's zigzagging through the fight. Okay, so we're using the Age of Ultron or Ultron Build-A-Figure Wave Wasp, which is just about as close as you could get for the design that she had in Mighty Avengers. This kind of like Sentry's shoulder. I mean, like, I think it thinks that she's small, which she's not in this case, so I don't know. Because I'm guessing it just stings. It really had all the characters with the black costumes right there. I don't like that. But around his shoulder level, yeah, I definitely thought she was supposed to be teeny, which is fair. So I'm just gonna have her a dynamic pose. Yeah, well, chat, you were supposed to kind of help me out with that. We'll have her like this. Yeah, that works for me, man.
Cool. Now let's take a look at this display as a whole. Okay. Not as awful as I thought it was gonna be. Not perfect, but not awful. I took creative liberties, obviously, where it wasn't as clear, and some of the instructions are a little redundant, where I feel like it forgets what it says, but like what it said before, you know, it's like first century, it was telling me to like have his cape like he was like landing, but they also told me to have him floating, that they, you know, with regards to his cape, so that was kind of weird. There are some things like that that made this a little bit difficult, but I won't be keeping this, but I said let's try another one. So now that I gave it updated instructions to be more detailed with the poses, because I felt like I was kind of filling in a little bit too many blanks for me to say this is an AI display, I've recalibrated my requests to be very descriptive, saying like, you know, what to do with the left arm, left leg, head, you know, just to be a little bit, to see their vision a little bit more. So for Carol Danvers, use a flight stand to elevate her above the others, slightly off center to the right, bent at the knee, raised slightly as if she's flying forward with force. Right leg extended back, foot pointed down, giving the look of a hero darting forward into battle. Okay, so it's like this. All right. Head tilted slightly upward. Flow, her sash. Bro, what am I doing with the sash? Come on. It's there, okay? So it's kind of like this. Okay. And I do have an effect for her. So, you silly little AI, we got it. So, slightly to the right. So we'll move her right over there, and we'll put her on the flight stand. I love how this thing can be a little corny. Okay, so we'll just place her here. All right. So next up, Iron Man into the frame, and I'll read it as we go off. Left arm bent at elbow. Okay. Raised at chest level. Okay. Repulsor aim forward, preparing to fire. Oh, okay. What's the right arm? Fully extended forward, repulsor aim straight ahead in a blast pose. Okay. Okay. Left leg bent at knee, tilted back, adding motion to his fight or flight. Right leg stretched diagonally down and back, foot slightly angled outward. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like this. Kind of. And then what's the head? Looking straight ahead, locked in focus. Okay. Angle, lean him forward just a bit so it looks like he's flying at full speed. So my angle, I have it posed, so this angle's a little rough, so I'm gonna, for the camera, so I'll lower this. Okay, we'll go with it. Aries, okay. Let's see, what does it say for him? Position, front and center, slightly to the right below Warbird, acting as the grounded tank of the group. Pose, left arm raised above his head, gripping his axe tightly, like he's preparing to swing downward. Right arm bent and held slightly. Okay, so no shield. Bent. Left leg planted firmly forward. Knees bent. Okay, so we'll have. Okay, and this AliExpress figure is really, this is where it's obviously a bootleg because. Okay. Okay, forward. Right leg extended back. Okay.
So he's supposed to be like this, I think. So now I just got to work with the figure to make this look, whoops, to make this work. But man, ChatGPT really likes to have him holding this hammer above his head. That's not changing. I had it. What happened? Okay, we shall continue. Sentry, use a flight stand to place him slightly behind and above Iron Man, like an ominous powerhouse looming in the background. Okay. Let's read what it says. Left arm slightly bent at the elbow, extended outward. Okay, so slightly bent outward. Maybe it's like that. Fingers splayed open, glowing with energy if you have an effect piece. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Right arm raised above his head, fist clenched, giving the I'm about to unleash fury. What the heck? What the heck does that even mean? What a stone. All right, time to bring out the styrofoam. This is, man, they do not know how to pose Sentry. Not loving that. Okay. All right, this one's by far kind of got me the most worried of it just not coming out looking good. All right, so keep going. Wasp, use a flight stand to place her to the right behind Warbird, not shrunken, but full-sized and agile. Left arm extended straight forward. Her fingers, all right, straight forward, extended. Split. Right arm bent and pulled back. Right, wow, okay. Left leg kicked forward and bent at the knee. Extended backwards, slightly angled downward. Head turned slightly to the left, keeping her eyes on an imaginary target. It's like that, okay. Throw her on the stand. Flight, so we'll. Okay, last one, we have Black Widow. At the very front, crouching low to the left of Ares. Okay, so left arm bent and drawn close to her torso. Okay, got that. Right arm extended diagonally forward, pistol or baton straight forward. Okay. Left leg bent at the knee. Okay. Right leg extended back. Oh, that's weird. It's like, say this. I don't like that. Okay. Oh, we'll just fix it. Actually, I see what it's trying to have me do. I'm interpreting this a little bit. This is her crouched pose. Okay. All right, let's take a close look at a more subtle or suitable angle. The poses are not bad. This figure just can't pose. He's gonna need to be standing. This is not it. Wasp's okay. I mean, I feel like Iron Man and Warbird were the best things that came up with in this. I guess Black Widow, not bad. But overall, cannot use that. I guess to give it the benefit of the doubt, let's just move him over like this. I don't like how it poses him. I think I got one more in me for this. So let's try that. So let's start with Warbird. So it reads, Left arm raised high above her head, fingers spread wide with energy blasts, if available, giving the sense that she's about to unleash a powerful strike. Okay. Okay. Right arm stretched forward, slightly downward, palm facing outward as if directing her team. Like she's issuing, okay. Something like this. Left leg bent at the knee, pulled slightly back. Okay. And then right leg extended forward, foot angled downward. Okay. It's like, technically it said outward. Oh man, I'm just gonna go with extended forward. Oh, I was trying to see if she's on a flight stand. Elevated, yeah, on a flight stand. Okay, this is ugly. Oof. Let's see. Okay. Oh joy. That's rough. Maybe I can put it in another port here. Hopefully I interpreted that right. So we'll continue with Iron Man. So it says for Iron Man, to Warbird's right, slightly behind and above her, using a flight stand, angled diagonally. Pose. Left arm bent at elbow, hand positioned close to his chest. Okay. Right arm fully extended forward. Okay, so it's like the classic fire in midair flight. Right leg kicked back, slightly bent at the knee. Okay. Right leg stretched downward, foot angled to add a sense of speed. Okay. Head turned slightly to face Warbird. What? Ew. It says it's reinforcing that she's leading the charge and he's responding to her. No. Okay, so we'll do this. I think it kind of wants this. That's fine. We'll take this. Although I could, there we go. That's better. Let's see if we can get him on a flight stand. This has been basically the same pose. So let's see, I mentioned in the prompt to change it up. So let's see. Left arm pulled back. Okay, I like where this is going already. Pulled back, bent at the elbow, clenched fist. Okay, so we'll have to change this out. Right arm stretched forward. Hands open, so again, I'm gonna have to switch this out. Right leg extended downward. Foot slightly angled back. Okay. So the left leg is bent at knee, tucked in for floating. All right. And then the right leg is just extended downward. And then, so this is the right arm is stretched forward. Oh my gosh, it really wants you to do this like silly pose. Okay, I'm not switching the hands. So basically, it's like this, I'm guessing. So he's going to be to Warbird's left. Yeah. Like that. It's just really corny. I'll probably go and grab some. Actually, I think he's okay there. Man, that Warbird pose is just throwing me off. Now we get to look at Wasp. So she's going to be to the right of Iron Man. To the right of Iron Man. Keep her at eye level. Okay. Left arm extended straight ahead. Right arm bent and pulled back. Okay. Left leg kicked forward with a sharp knee bend. Okay. Right leg extended back and a streamlined head slightly to the left. Oops. And let's see, is it going to tell me how to do her wings? Angle them outward and slightly back. Okay. So Iron Man's right. Yeah, we'll have to use the stand. So it's basically, again, the same pose that it already had me do. Okay. Now we're at Black Widow. This was the pose I had last time, which I didn't hate. But she's going to be at the very front. And it says crouched low and slightly to the left of Warbird. So here. So the left arm bent to the elbow. Okay, drawn, holding a pistol, right hand extended. Okay, so it's this pose. It wants me to keep this for Black Widow. Right, so I'm guessing that means Ares is going right here in the same pose. So this is what we had last time. Let me scroll. Left arm raised high above his head. Check. Oops, there goes Black Widow. Right arm bent and held at chest level with fist clenched. Okay. Left leg planted firmly, knee bent. Right leg extended back in battle stance. Head tilted slightly downward. Yep. So. And finally we'll have Black Widow. Look at this third one. I think it's better than the second to last one. But again, with that weird sentry pose, that Captain Marvel pose is just really weird. Iron Man's good, Wasp's fine. Black Widow's good, Ares is good. I'll take all of those, but I don't like the formation. I won't say that. I'm okay with the way it typically sets them up. I think ultimately it just comes, I can pose this team pretty well on my own. It's not like I really needed help with it. I just wanted to see it as I was experimenting. So anyway, that will be the final verdict on that. And I'm going to do one by myself just to kind of, I want to say, compare my take versus the AI's take. All right, let's take a look. This is how I did. Real quick, after warming up with some AI, I took some inspiration and kind of used it as my own tool and threw in a little bit of me into it, and that's kind of cool. That looks great, actually. Really happy with that. I like giving her the sniper. I just wanted to use whatever the AI was telling me to do just for full effect. But yeah, really cool. I guess my final verdict is use it as a tool, not as a solution. Definitely helps you brainstorm, and if you're unfamiliar with a character or a group, just use it. It can be fun. It's a fun exercise. I'll definitely be attempting this again to see what kind of craziness it has me come up with. Nothing was really crazy here, but it was still a fun exercise, and it does a pretty decent job. I've got to say, you can't really tell. I mean, obviously, I think that this is the best, obviously, of the 4 that I did today. But the first one that chat had me do wasn't bad at all. So this was a really fun exercise, and definitely something I'm going to continue with in the channel. Let me just do a close-up. I really like that warbird pose, so yeah. I hadn't messed with this group in a little bit, so I figured why not have that, see how good an AI is at making displays. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed and found this entertaining. It's all in the prompts, right, that you use. So make sure that you're being specific. Make sure that you're asking for something like exact, as you know, give it lists. The more specific, the better with prompt engineering. That's pretty much the biggest takeaway. Let it know. I mean, you saw how I was writing it out. Follow that template. You should be fine if you found that. I felt like I was given some pretty clear instructions on what to do. So yeah, AI can build displays. Just tweak them and make it more fitting to the eye, because obviously it's not sentient and it doesn't have the creativity a human does. Hence this, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Another fun exercise. Hopefully you guys found it entertaining, a little silly, and yeah, we'll continue this. But in the meantime, keep doing cool stuff with your toys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.